Hi everyone, it's good to be with you. I hope you're having a good day. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I know that the news has been very strange lately. There's a lot going on both politically and weather and oh my goodness, I don't know if it's hang on, I had to adjust my light here. I don't know if it's as hot where you are as it is here. It is terribly hot here in Texas, and especially here in Northeast Texas. It's been much more hot than normal. And so I thought I would make a cooling soap. Yeah, I've made this before, my Cucu Lime soap, which is cucumber and lime. This soap will have cucumber oil in it, which is just oh so good for the skin, and I think it just adds such a great suppleness to the soap, to the bubbles. The lime adds that little bit of richness that cuts through grease or oil on the skin. Really nice if you have acne, and it smells fantastic. And of course I'm going to be using some lime essential oil mixed with a little Litsia cubiba essential oil to give it that citrus kick. And I think it's going to be just wonderful. I've made it several times before, but I always like to change things up a little in the design and the color. And so come along with me. I'm going to go ahead and get these processed and get them in the freezer so that we can put this together. All right, so I'm going to go juice them, and then we'll come right back and put this together. So I did want to mention the lime juice and the cucumber will not hold their color in soap, unfortunately. So to this juice I have added in a little bit of weed grass right here from the farm, and some I just blanked out algae, green algae. And I think it's going to give a nice color because it looks dark here. That will lighten substantially as the soap cures. So I'm hoping to get kind of a limey color. We'll see how that turns out, a cucumbery limey color. I will be adding an alternate lighter color, so we'll see how that plays out. It smells wonderful. It truly does. All right, so I'm going to get this frozen, and then we'll come back and put it together. Hi, and welcome back, everyone. I've now got my lime and my cucumber juice ready to go. It's frozen. It's ready to add our lye solution, or not lye. We're going to create our lye solution with our lye, which is sodium hydroxide. And we're slowly going to add this into our cucumber and lime juice. I hope you're all having a good day. It's been just a wonderful day here on the farm. The puppies. I'll have to show you. I'll try to get some new video of the puppies. Yes, I still have the puppies. They're huge. They're nearly as big as their mother. I'm not exaggerating. They've grown really fast. Of course, I'm feeding them high-calorie puppy food. I really do take good care of them, even though I don't want them. Oh, but every day I want them a little more, but I can't keep 10 dogs, 10 additional dogs. Now, I will say I got rid of one, and it wasn't even an intentional get rid of. I was out playing with them, out in the pasture, and we were up near the front of my property where there's a county road, and someone drove by and saw me playing with the puppies and stopped and was oohing and awing. And her husband was in the car hiding his face, going, oh no, she's not going to do this, is she? and we had a conversation that led to her getting one of the puppies, much to her husband's chagrin. They live actually very nearby here. They don't live on my county road. They were here visiting her sister, who I wasn't even aware of the relation until she told me about it. But they had lost a dog, very similar to the way I got the mother of all these puppies. Although I didn't know she was pregnant when I brought her home, and now I have one dog turned into 11 dogs. I love them. I can't help myself, but I can't afford to keep 10 dogs. They're going to be big dogs. I mean, they'll all be 100 pounds or more, and that's a lot of dogs and a lot of puppy food. So that ain't happening. And it's not just that. It's that I really can't accommodate that many. It wouldn't be right for them. Because I keep them in the pasture where the goats are to protect them. It only takes one dog to do that. 2 at the most. And then one dog, I generally would always have one dog in the poultry yard where the turkeys and chickens and things like that are. They would chase off things like possums and skunks and raccoons and things that, might hurt the poultry. But I don't need this many. It's just so many. But, every one of them, I haven't named them all. I've only named Dougie. He's the one that's red. He's the only red one. The rest are black and white. He's kind of that red and white. Some would call it a tan or a beige and white, but he's red and white to me, and I call him Dougie. But him I fell in love with. He was different than the others. He was smaller. They kind of picked on him because he was different. And so, I don't know, he and I kind of connected. So, Dougie has remained. And, they've all remained, but Dougie will remain, I think. I don't know that I could get rid of him. I just love him. I can't help it. I'm emotionally attached to all of them now. Although I've not named them out loud, I have names in my mind. There's the one that has a mask over both eyes, a black mask over both eyes, and he's Bandit. Not very original, I know, but in my mind, he's Bandit. There's one that I call, in my mind, Spot. There's one that I call Trey, and there's Nancy and Sally and Karen and Jan and Marcia. And there's one small one that I call RuPaul. In my mind. I don't say it out loud yet because I don't want them to learn a name and then someone take them and, them not want the name that I gave them. So, but on that same token, I've now had them for so long, I feel bad just going puppies, puppies. But, it's a situation to be in. But hey, if I sell all these soaps, maybe then I can afford to buy puppy food. I am joking, of course. That's not a ploy. But just me being silly. All right, so it's a melt in here. And for anyone that's new to soaping or doesn't know why I froze this, it's because I didn't want to burn the ingredients. And sodium hydroxide, if you just mix it with just water, it's going to get really, really hot. Or if you mix it with just milk or just fruit juice or vegetable juice, it's going to get really hot and even hotter because they have sugars in them. Okay? And that really causes it to heat up even more. So by freezing it into ice cubes, like this first, then adding that lye to, it doesn't get so hot. It makes less fumes so that you don't get gassed out of the room. There are a lot of advantages to using frozen liquids other than just protecting the natural constituents of those liquids. It kind of helps protect you too. Now this looks really dark because I added the wheatgrass and the algae powder to it. So it looks really dark green right now. Don't let that taint what you may think of it. It's not going to remain this dark. I want some of it to be a little darker and some of it to be a little lighter to represent the lime and the cucumber, but that's not so important that it match. It was just, it should at least be green, I think, but all right, so that's now completely dissolved and we can mix it into our oils and our butters. All right, so I've got them right here, so I don't even have to cut the video here. So I've got this really full here. This, oh goodness, this is a little bit of all the great things that I love putting into soap. Of course, there's olive oil and coconut oil, but there's shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter, castor oil, a bit of almond oil, and cucumber oil. That's right. We're adding cucumbers. Why not have lovely cucumber oil? All right, so get my stick blender here. Get that ready. And it's going to get noisy here, so I will be muting. Here, let me go ahead and bring the... hold on here. Zoom in a bit for you, just to make it a little easier for you to see what's going on. And here we go. All right. This is my lime, litsea, and lemon essential oil. A combination I just love. Boy, this almost overfilled, didn't it? Right, so we have emulsion here. So I'm going to separate out a little bit of this. Oh, as I throw some out the back. Good one, Patrick. Let me move this here. Wipe up my spill here that I made. There we go. And let me get my other container. And to this I'm going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide. And that's just mixed in some distilled water. So I'm just going to scoop out some here. Scoot this over where you can see it a little better. Just going to start scooping some out so I don't spill so much. That ought to do it, and then I can pick up the bucket and just pour some in there and still make a mess. I'm sure that's just Patrick's way. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? Not bad. We didn't, a couple little drops, but the world didn't end. Just to mix in that titanium dioxide. That's it. I don't want to overblend it, which I may have done anyway. Wipe up my little bit of a spill there. Put this over here, and I'm going to pour from pretty high up. I just want to make sure that it gets down in there real deep. So when we pour it, we get a good blend of those colors. One more. I don't mind a little muddying of this because, well, it's all just one color with just some lighting. If I were doing divergent colors, I would worry about overstirring and muddying it, but not a worry here. Oh. You know what? Some got back behind there. I hope that's not going to cause a big problem. It might cause an indentation in the soap there, but we can't do anything about it now. I can't very well suck that out, so just going to do a little patterning here on the top. Nothing severe. And there you have it. Before I cut these into bars, I just wanted to say how excited I was to see what these look like on the inside when I cut into the loaves. You tell me that doesn't look like a stylized cucumber seed. There. Here. I actually brought one along, and that was unintentional. But that's one of the great things about soaping is these odd things can just happen. And I just love that kind of when it comes together like that. And I think the colors work really well, you know, for lime and cucumber. I think that it's a good variation. If I didn't mention, these are Texas limes. These are from South Texas. I can't grow them here. Well, I could in a greenhouse, but just drive a little bit south of here, about 200 miles, and they're everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but anyway. And the cucumbers, of course, right here from Soapy Oaks. But I'm going to cut these into bars now, and let's take a look, and hopefully they're just as exciting on the inside as they are on the outside. Oh, my cutter got a little off kilter there. There we go. What do you think? Oh, I think they're pretty awesome. I'm partial though. I made them. So All right, so I'm very happy with how they turned out. I hope you enjoyed this. I will look forward to the next video with you all. I have some new idea that I want to share with you all if I can get around to it. Work is busy, and on these few days off that I have, I am just so tied up and getting things caught up here on the farm. So thank you all very much for coming with me. Have a terrific day, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.